Alright, this is Frank Sinatra, and this is my review for the Perfect Grade Wing Gundam Zero Custom. And this is my first perfect grade. Technically, I bought this thing about a year ago when I started up Gunpla again. And it's probably one of the better perfect grades I've done, with my personal favorite being the ashtray red frame. I just like the design of this kit, the design of Zero, and the way it was constructed was pretty nice. Although there are a few things that I will complain about later on, and you'll obviously hear it. But here we have the box itself with a nice picture of Zero, except the wings are kind of overdone. On this picture they don't really reflect what the wings look like as itself, but it's just concept art, so I'll forgive it. We have our perfect grade at the bottom with some information about the mole suit and the endless waltz insignia. Around the box, down here we have ourselves some pictures of Zero, the completed kit. This one has been painted, and the gun and some parts of the body actually have been, I guess, dirtied up with some black paint. I didn't do that to mine because I was just ready to finish the thing. On both sides we have pretty much the same thing as the front, with that overdone picture of Zero. And back here we have our technical specs, all in Japanese, and another thing of Zero. Inside the kit you will get yourself two manuals, and the standard construction manual and standard instruction manual. Construction manual is pretty basic. It goes a bit off the beaten track in terms of how to construct Zero. It doesn't exactly start with the feet and go up. It starts with the arms, which I found to be kind of strange. And personally, I don't like starting with the arms. I like starting with the feet and going up to the torso and yada yada yada. But eventually it brings you over to the legs, and then into the torso. And with the torso, I need to say something. This model kit has 2 points where it lights up, and it's both in the torso and the head unit, and all of them are connected to the same battery pack, and it's all by wires. So you have a limited number of wires to do this, and the process of doing it can actually get quite annoying, and the wires connection can be cut with the slightest of movements. Like I had the chest unit lighting up, but now it won't light up anymore, and I just don't want to take the kit apart to try and get that single light to light up. It's just annoying. I don't like that about this kit. I like how they make so much of it light up, but I just don't like the delivery method they did it with. Seriously, if they just did it with metal pieces all contained within the chest and its own battery in there, and same for the head, that'd have been so much better. But whatever. See, here's all of them run through the head and through there into the backpack, and that actually leads to another problem. Right here you can see it's just connected between these two, and this part has to share both the polycap and the wire, and it doesn't do that very well. And there's one peg that connects these two parts together, and actually my peg snapped, so these two kind of just sit there halfway. I don't like the way they designed that for the head. They should have allowed this either more space, or, like I said, just done metal components in the head. But as I said it before, whatever. And here's a quick picture of your battery unit, where you're going to be screwing in a bunch of stuff, and it all goes into this big wire mess. I just don't like how many wires have gone through this thing, which I know I'll be complaining about when I get a HY2M Pro. But that's it for the construction manual. For the instruction manual, it's obviously the colored version of the construction minus the construction part of it all. And we have ourselves very high quality pictures of Zero and a bunch of information regarding all of his accessories and all that lot, and our little color guide here. And then the standard tons and tons and tons of information regarding Zero. With actually in the back here is a interview with the creator. Don't ask me his name, I'd have to look it up online. Sorry about that. But I guess that's it for the box and everything. I'll cut this part 1 off here, and part 2 will start up with the actual kit. See y'all there.